When it comes to the ultimate in radar detection technology, the team at Escort just launched a brand new platform called the Redline 360 CI. And today, we've got the team at MSC coming in the studio to tell us all about it. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Escort Redline 360 CI. And it starts now. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and on the menu today is high-end custom install radar detection, courtesy of Escort Redline, a brand new platform that was launched earlier this year, and we've got the specialists in the house with us today. We've got both Larry Penn and Chris Van Rye joining us from MSC to discuss all the great features this new platform is offering. Now, guys, really happy to have you here. This, of course, is a high-end product. What can we expect to discuss on today's show?
You're right, Ben. We are super excited about the new Redline CI system, and we're going to go pretty deep in what makes the system truly unique in the marketplace.
And go deep we absolutely will, but first, a quick message from our partner SiriusXM reminding you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, we've got both Chris and Larry from MSC, and we are diving deep into the all-new Escort Redline CI.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Now, as you know, the brand Escort is pretty much one of the biggest names when it comes to radar detection category. So when they dropped this brand new platform earlier on the season, it was a big deal, and it continues to be so. Now, of course, today we're going to cover all the details around that. But first, we're going to show a little video to kind of set the mood of what this is all about. And when we come back, we're going to start asking Larry and Chris some pertinent questions about this new platform. Well, first and foremost, let's establish something incredibly important, and that is the fact that MSC is in fact the distributor for the Export CI group of products and platform. Now, Larry and Chris, this is a game that you've been preaching for some time. What is the story here? How did you guys get into it, and why are you so passionate about this radar detection custom install business?
Hey, Ben, yeah, passion is the word for this. I grew up with a father who was nuts about high-performance motorcycles and high-performance cars. He was a service manager, an audio buff, and more importantly, he liked to go fast. So growing up as a kid, I was introduced to what they called radar detection. And it was a big old monster of an Escort radar detector with a big old volume dial on it, a yellow light the size of today's radar detectors, analog signal strength gauge. And on the way to Grandma's house every Sunday for dinner, we got to experience firsthand of what radar detection was all about and how it protected us. So I've always been exposed to that. Now, transferring into my retail career, one of the most memorable spots for me, and why I think it's important for our dealers to understand this, is every person driving a car is a radar detector customer. And that was no more apparent to me than when I worked for JB's Automotive in Edmonton, in the West Edmonton Mall. So I'd go to work, especially in the wintertime, it'd be dark. I'd go in there and I'd start presenting radar detection to a client that was asking about it. And pretty soon I had a whole group of people around me. It was like the ShamWow guy at the car show. And I would sell 3, 4, 5 radar detectors in one presentation. It was just amazing. And I said to myself, man, this really is a lucrative category and something that JB's in the early days made a good amount of money on. So fast forward now to today, Escort isn't new to MSC. We've been supporting the line now for 15 years. Our proof of concept retail store has been here for 15 years. And radar, with the real focus on CI, custom installed radar, has been a huge important part of our business, to the tune of about 100 plus built-in radar systems a year. So it was very rewarding to us financially and very rewarding to our customers, because today, 15 years later, we have that same customer that was dealing with us 15 years later buying a new Escort radar detector. And when there's a new model coming out, it's a perfect opportunity to get in touch with your clients and talk to them about all the new features. So it was pretty cool for us. Back in 2016, we were appointed custom install distribution for Canada. So we've been working with dealers in the Canadian market, sharing sales tips and tricks, as well as installation tips and tricks. And now, as of March this year, when the new Redline CI platform was introduced, we worked very closely with the marketing team, Eric and the gang over at Escort Corporate, and we launched the product at MasterTech Expo back in March, which you were there, Ben. We launched it in a new Porsche 992, which if you go to escortradar.com and go to the CI section, you'll see that 992 featured on the website. That's our demo car that we did the system in. And we are now the exclusive CI distributor for Canada. And then we also do the CI and windshield mount for the US and Canada as well. So full line in North America for all of our dealers that would appreciate working with us and getting to the bottom of why radar can be successful in their business.
That's quite the story, Larry. And for the record, nobody's ever used the word ShamWow on CMA before. So I wanted to note that. Now, going back to MasterTech early this year, absolutely. I remember the launch of this platform at the show. It was a big deal. The 992 was an awesome demo vehicle platform. And there was no mistake. There was an impact. There definitely felt like there was a new sheriff in town. And with that, we're going to play a quick clip that was part of the launch campaign for the brand new Redline 360 CI product.
Redline CI, it opens up the doors to a lot of different clients.
And this is going to be anything from people that do a daily commute to the more refined driver that wants to keep the elegance and the OE look of their vehicle.
If you like to drive your car the way it's meant to be driven sometimes, you are the perfect customer for that product. It really represents the top-of-the-line custom install radar system available for a vehicle today.
You have phenomenal range. You've got great filtering, reducing false alerts. You've got stealth that's unmatched on the market. You have great laser protection, and cap all of that off with Wi-Fi communication that allows the consumers to update the vehicle from the convenience of their home or the convenience of their vehicle Wi-Fi.
So extreme range really is a necessary thing for high-end radar detectors, because you need to see the signals long before they can see you.
Advanced warning can never be advanced enough. It's about giving drivers, I think, enough time to comfortably respond to any potential threats in front of them.
False alert filtering is something that's necessary in today's world, where there's so many collision avoidance systems that are radar based on other vehicles. The top-notch filtering provides that solution for you.
Nobody likes to be bothered by a radar detector that's going off for no reason. The new Redline system is going to be super quiet unless it needs to be.
So the Wi-Fi connectivity makes it much easier to do firmware and database updates. If you have Wi-Fi connected in your car, you can do updates on the fly even as you're driving down the road.
The amount of bracketry included with the new kit, as well as the new wiring harness, is going to make stealth installations a breeze.
It's really a great world of opportunity out there for the customer to have something elegant integrated into their vehicle.
We're super excited to get our hands on the Redline and get it in the bay. The new Redline CI is going to put CI custom installed radar detection systems on notice.
This is an amazing piece of equipment that we've put together.
All right, now I'm excited to get into some of the technology. And Chris, I'm going to go to you on this one. Obviously, some new technology being introduced here. Let's break this down. Why don't we start talking about first the laser technology involved in this new Redline platform?
The laser side of this new product is really exciting. Escort's made huge leaps and bounds forward, one of which is going to have a huge impact on the installation side of things. These brand new sensors they've come out with are roughly half the size of the old sensors. So you can see when it comes to actually integrating these into the vehicles, where they can go and where they can fit is going to be a big improvement for a lot of the technicians that are installing these systems out there. But it's not just about size. The whole laser aspect has actually been re-engineered. Instead of using the old two-head systems that we've had, we've actually got a system that's now got dedicated transmitter as well as dedicated transceivers in the mix too. So with 3 heads across the front and a pair on the back of the car, we can offer incredible protection with these smaller sensors. Here in our proof of concept retail store, we've been outfitting a whole bunch of different vehicles with these kits and had incredible performance on everything from full-size pickup trucks through SUVs all the way down to sports cars. One of the cool things that we do at our proof of concept store is we actually go through and test and verify every single one of these systems. We put them head to head against the Dragon Eye Compact to make sure that these systems are performing and delivering the experience that these customers are looking for. And to this point, we would really struggle to find a system that's outperformed these new sensors from Escort on every application that we've gone head to head with. So it's been a really big change and a really big transition, but the performance has absolutely been over the top.
Wow, Chris, that is some pretty impressive testimonial you're claiming here when it comes to the laser performance. But what about the radar performance when it comes to the radar technology that's encompassed in these new systems?
The radar side didn't get left behind either. A complete overhaul of that aspect of the system at the same time. Much smaller antennas on the radar aspect as well. We can look when we look side by side on these guys here, about 20 to 30% smaller than the older antenna. We're also now using the same antenna front and rear, so there's no performance compromise between either end of the car. But it's not just about detection and sensitivity that give us what we need out of the system. The filtering algorithms have been improved dramatically as well. So we've got a Max CI platform that was already one of the industry standards for quiet rides. This has been pushed to another level far above and beyond what we were ever seeing on that side of things. That still factors in all of the other technologies that Escort includes to help with radar detection and radar protection, like the new app, Drive Smarter app that they use to help give you that extra bit of social influence on there to keep ahead of those speed traps before you find them the hard way too.
You know, it's really exciting, Chris, when you're talking about, downsizing on these sensors, increased sensitivity. But we all know that one of the common problems or definitely complaints that we hear from customers when it comes to radar detection are false alerts. So my question to you, what has the system done to address this false alert mishap from happening?
Well, that's the exciting thing for me, Ben. False alerts have always been a problem for radar detector clients, including myself. I drive with radar consistently, and nothing is more annoying than driving down a city street and having the radar detector bleep in your face for no apparent reason. So there's an onslaught of false alerts out there. All of the in-vehicle technology, such as lane departure warnings, all the automatic parking aids, all that stuff is done with K-band radar. That on top of automatic door openers, all that stuff can be done on X and K-band radar. And talking to clients, as we do in our proof of concept retail store, it's very apparent to us that some of them don't even use the radar detector in the city because it's so noisy. That's what we term a detector without proper filtering. So what's the use of having a detector if it's noisy? And that's one thing that Escort has gone completely crazy on, is the new filtering in the system. So on a recent road trip on our Macan GTS store demo car, Sue and I were going down to Spokane to do some training. We took the Macan. So we have probably about 14 hours of road time in the car. And we were blown away to the point where I was wondering sometimes if the radar detector was actually working or not, because there was 0 false alerts. And that is so important to our dealers out there that are talking to prospective clients about this, because that is the #1 fault. So we can assure everyone, our clients and our dealers, that the new Redline CI system is absolutely the quietest radar detector I've ever driven with. And I've been doing this for a while now. So it's a huge difference.
All right, guys. So we spent a lot of time talking about all the technology and the features as far as the outside of the car is concerned. We talked a little bit about the experience with the misfiring of alerts. But what about the touchy-feely experiential stuff from a user standpoint?
The customer experience side and the interaction aspects are always a huge part of these systems. It's got to be something that is easy to use, easy to interpret the information, but also actually looks like it belongs in the car at the same time. Escort's had a really good platform for that over the last couple of generations, with controllers that fit nice, but displays that can quickly interpret and give you the ability to see what's going on with the system out there. They've maintained those same basic functionalities and the same interface that we're used to, and these customers have already been driving with for years at a time. So it's a really nice way to adapt that stuff into the system. Even above and beyond that, they've gone through and added some extra convenience features for the customer. The status LED that we've had before actually now gives you the insight so you know what's going on above and beyond just alerts, but even things like updates, allowing you to see when the system is being updated via the new Wi-Fi connectivity that they've added into the system now. The other aspect with that whole system is connectivity through the app. We've got full control with that Drive Smarter app that we had talked about in there. The Wi-Fi connectivity and an interface that allows the customer to go through and really use the system and operate it without having a science project at the same time. Escort's had it mastered for a long time, and they've not missed the mark on the new platform.
So we talked about all the great new features from a technological standpoint, and we've even touched on the experience from a customer user interface standpoint. But let's talk about the business and get into the shop. What does it take to put in one of these systems? What is the snapshot of what that looks like from an installation point of view?
Obviously, Ben, the shop is where the rubber hits the road. And installation efficiency and predictability is super important to your success in this category. And Escort has not missed the mark on this either. Every conceivable accessory that you would require for the installation is included in the kit. All the brackets, screws, cable ties, everything is included in the box. So the other real important part to success in this category is understanding where to place the components. And as you'll see on screen, this is the 992 that we featured at the Master Tech Expo. And you can see the very careful placement of the laser shifters. Laser is light, and it really requires these sensors to be positioned properly for proper defense against laser. So on average, a properly designed and installed system that is cosmetically appealing, that has installation integrity and is going to be reliable, typically takes about 16 hours. That's what we bill a client for the system. But with MSC, we've kind of taken this a step farther, and we're partnering heavy duty with Escort on this, because we're about to unleash the Systems by MSC category into the radar division. So now, as you'll see in this 992, this will be our Systems by MSC kit for the 992. So when you order it from us, you'll be ordering the CI 360 system for the Porsche 992, and you will get all of those custom molded pods that we've designed, the brackets, everything is cut to length. So now that 16-hour job now is going to take you 8 hours and will lead to better profitability and, more importantly, better performing, consistent results with reliability.
All right, guys, wrap it up for us. This is obviously an incredible new platform from Escort. MSC is taking it to that next level now with providing dealers an opportunity to expedite that installation process with proven templates, accessories, and your Systems by MSC design. Where does it go from here? Because obviously this is a red-hot product with a red-hot business model behind it. And now with the support that MSC is providing, what are the next steps?
Next, well, we've got a big wrap up to the end of 2023 coming, but we've got big plans for 2024. We've always been heavy on the training side of things, and this is going to be no different. Starting in spring 24, we're going to be launching a huge dedicated radar and laser program specifically for our dealers that's going to touch on absolutely everything from technologies that are being used that we're countermeasuring against, installation, how to present, how to display, how to show this whole category off. So we've got really big plans for 2024, and this Redline is going to be at the heartbeat of it all.
And that was both Larry Penn as well as Chris Van Rye from MSC joining us today, giving us a schooling on the brand new Escort 360 CI radar system. Now, if you're interested in finding out more about this really high-tech platform, make sure you check out the official website found at escortradar.com. Now, if you're interested in becoming a dealer, whether you're stateside or up north in Canada, make sure you get a hold of the team at MSC. You can find them at their website at msc-america.com. And don't be scared, we're not just talking about CI, we're talking about the entire offering that Escort has in the catalog. Now, in my closing comments, this is no doubt a game changer of a new product within this category. It's plain to see that Escort has gone the distance and applied the technology that makes the sensor smaller, which makes for a better, cleaner install. Add to that the performance improvements, the interactivity, and the fact that they're using a distributor such as MSC to support you, the dealer, because you know that training is paramount, and they will certainly deliver on that, as you heard Chris said at the end. So if you're looking at getting into this CI business, as illustrated by Larry, is a very lucrative one, then by all means, take a deeper look into the brand new Escort Redline 360 CI product. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.